Before we move on to our time of prayer, Laura Vondre has had quite a remarkable last several months, I think, and she has asked to share a testimony, and we are delighted because I think that you will be very encouraged by what God has been doing in her life.
I am. I'm going to give a little backstory. As most of you know, I've been suffering from intense headaches and neck pain on my whole right side, and what seemed to me a debilitating eye pain for the last couple of months. This is due to an injury that happened May 6th of this year, which entailed 13 stitches on my right eye, or by my right eye, a frontal concussion, or frontal lobe concussion, and a whiplash. I have been in and out of ERs, 3 of them to be exact, and a hospital stay. On September 1st, I was awoken by stabbing pain in my right eye, as I have been every morning for the past 2 months. I took my medicine, which I called duct tape, and worked through my pain until it took hold, and wondered what time it was going to return to have to take another pill, which this pill never helped my actual headache. I was very grateful, though, that every time that the pill helped, I thank God for that, at least. Before given this duct tape, I had nothing to control the eye pain, in which a few of you witnessed a little and a few of you witnessed a lot. So after the pain subsided, I got up and walked around my place holding my head, started with me, and started having me a pity party. Because I knew it was a holiday weekend and everyone all had things planned and I didn't want to be alone. So during that pity party that I was just getting started with, I quickly changed my plans and decided that I was going to spend the whole day with the Lord. Now, it wasn't very nice at first, but I did apologize and started praying and crying and praying and crying and watching sermons on hope and faith. Continued this cycle all day, while in between stopping and taking my medication, duct tape, because my eye pain would continue to start up. That evening, I did talk with a couple of people, although I did not share what I did that day. I wanted to keep that between God and I. So before I laid down, I said one last prayer of the day, reminding God of his promises, telling him what I expected, and promising him that I will not doubt him or ever lose hope and faith in him. Now I knew the last time I took my med dose was at 5:30 p.m., so I felt I should be able to get a couple hours of sleep before the next time I needed a pill. So when I laid down, it was light out, around 7 p.m., and I opened my eyes, and it was still light out. And I noticed that I woke up on my own without any eye pain. Then I thought it was still maybe nighttime, like 7:15. And then I turned and looked at the clock, and it said 7:13 a.m. I also noticed that my head didn't hurt either. So I slowly sat up from bed, and my head started pounding. But I said a prayer and thanked God very excitedly for taking my eye pain away. I was scheduled to go to Time to Revive, and I thought if I still didn't have any eye pain, that when Tricia picked me up, I'll just consume a pill, just in case the pain starts. And in that same thought, I was somehow reminded that if I did that, I would be doubting God. So I thought, well, God never said we couldn't prepare. So I took the pill and put it in my pocket. When Tricia came, I told her everything that happened, and when I looked at her, she was smiling, a very big smile. And she said, Laura, God was just waiting for you. Just as she said that, I realized that all the prayers said for me, the prayers prayed over me, and the silent prayers said, in which I was so grateful for all of them, but I had doubt that they would work for me. And now that I laid my pain and my burdens at the cross and gave it all to God, I truly had no doubt anymore, and I felt my heart fill with joy and love from God. Throughout the last 3 weeks, with no eye pain, I've had no eye pain, but still struggled with intense headaches. My whole outlook had changed. I continued to pray for relief and had no doubt that God was working on my headache. I wasn't supposed to look at Iva. Now, and lo and behold, yesterday morning I woke up, absolutely no head pain. Praise God. So today I am eye and head pain free. A little bit of neck pain, but God's working on that. So now I know that I know that I know that God can move mountains. Mark 5:34, and he said to her, daughter, your faith has been made you well. Go in peace and be healed of your disease.